Facing the French defense can feel like running headfirst into a brick wall. It's solid, and it can be downright frustrating. But with a few strategic tricks up your sleeve, you can smash right through it and make your opponent regret picking this safe option. The French defense begins after you play e4, and your opponent responds with e6. From there, you enter the classic variation with d4, d5, knight c3, knight f6, e5, knight fd7. Black has no other choice for that knight. So remember, any other move here is a blunder. Your next step is to play f4, and Black's best answer is c5, to which you reply knight f3. Black often follows with knight c6, and here you play bishop e3 and later queen d2, setting up the castle queenside. If Black senses this plan and tries to launch an attack with b5, you play a3. In the middle game, aim to open up some space by exchanging pawns on the c-file and trading pieces, which can give you flexibility to castle later on, depending on the flow of the game. The advanced variation is another solid way to challenge Black's setup. After d4 and d5, you push your pawn to e5. Black's usual and best response is c5, to which you play c3. The game typically continues with knight c6 and knight f3, but Black may try to surprise you with queen b6. Just play a3 and stay calm. The best move for Black here is c4, which locks things down and leads to a very close game. More often, though, Black captures your pawn on d4 and continues developing with moves like knight g7. You respond with knight c3. If Black plays knight f5, trying to snag your pawn, you counter with knight f3. If Black applies even more pressure on your d-pawn with knight c6, you respond with knight a4, forcing their queen to retreat. If Black tries to counter this with queen a5 check, you can even play b4 to drive her away further, and you'll be a move up. From here, focus on developing your other pieces, castling kingside, and building up your queenside play. Then there's the exchange variation, a go-to if you're playing against a much stronger opponent, as it typically leads to more equal drawish positions. After exchanging pawns on d5, you develop with knight f3 and continue basic development. Black will often mirror your moves here, as there aren't many winning ideas for either side. In the middle game, you could try to mix things up with knight h4, a pawn push on the queen side, or simply trade rooks and other pieces to simplify into a likely draw. Now let's talk traps, because there's nothing more satisfying than catching your opponent off guard. In the early stages of the classical variation, if Black greedily captures your pawn on e4 after knight c3, you recapture with your knight. Black may try to castle quickly, developing the bishop to d6, but you respond with bishop d3 and your opponent responds with knight e7. Here's where you get sneaky. Play bishop g5. If Black feels secure in castles, they've fallen right into your trap. You play knight f6 check. If they capture, you take with the bishop, and Black is helpless against a checkmate in 3 moves. If they try queen e7 to defend, you sacrifice the bishop and follow up with queen h5 and queen h8, checkmating on the spot. Black has one unlikely defense, bishop b4 check, followed by queen d5 after you block with a pawn, but spotting this isn't easy. If Black tries sidestepping with king h8, you play queen h5, threatening mate again. Black's only response is h6, allowing you to sacrifice your bishop and deliver a checkmate next move. And for a quick win, here's a 6-move checkmate. In the classical variation, exchange pawns, and if Black plays knight d2, you respond with bishop d3. If Black gets careless and plays g6 to develop, knight f6 is an instant checkmate. The French defense may be solid, but with the classical and advanced variations, you can gain the upper hand by creating space and preparing attacks. The exchange variation often leads to a quiet game, ideal if you're aiming for a safe draw. And of course, watch for these traps to keep your opponent on their toes.